A lot of people think Forex is a scam. A lot of people don't even know how the market works. A lot of people are trying to get into the market, but they don't really understand how the system works. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the Forex market, what it's all about, the players in the market, and the key terminologies you need to understand about the Forex market. Yo guys, what's up traders? You're welcome back to this channel. It's the King's Crown Academy, where traders are crowned. There have been a lot of misconception about what the Forex market is all about. And I want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. It's going to be very short, straight to the point, 8 minutes or thereabout, but you're gonna get value from this video. If you're just joining the channel, like, subscribe, and hit the notification button in case I post any new video, right? So let's get straight into the video, guys. What is Forex? That is the question. That is the big question, and we're gonna do justice to it, right? The Forex market is where currencies are traded. It's the largest financial market in the world with over $6 trillion every day. All right. Now, this here moves us to the next question: how the Forex market works. Okay, the Forex market is very simple, right? You're buying one currency while you're selling another currency, right? If you think euro will go up against the dollar, fine, you buy. If you think it's the other way around, you sell. It's very easy, very, very easy, right? So that is exactly how it works, right? Simple concept, very simple concept. In the Forex market, all we do is buying and selling of currency. For instance, someone from Nigeria, you travel abroad, travel to US, you travel to Europe. Now you're gonna change the currency, your local currency, to the currency of the country you're traveling to in order for you to carry out a transaction, right? Now, if, for instance, you take the Naira to the airport traveling to the US, you're gonna have to convert it to dollars, right? So the difference between that currency and the next currency, that is the exchange value, right? And that is the buying and selling going on there, right? So it's simple, right? Forex is buying and selling of different currency. Let's move on. Okay, next question: who participates in the Forex market? I love this one. Big players like central banks, the hedge fund, the global companies also trade currencies, often for different reasons, right? While institutions might trade billions, retail traders like us are growing part of the market too. It's very simple. We are like the small fish in a big ocean, and the big banks, the hedge fund managers, they are the sharks that moves the market. Whenever you see a chart and you see a big volume injected into the chart, a price move from this low discount to a premium level, right? That is the big players moving the market. So we retail traders, we're just, beneficiaries of the market. All right. So we keep moving on. Remember, I told you after this video, you're going to understand how the market works. Okay. So why do people trade Forex? Why do people trade Forex? A lot of you have been asking. People trade Forex to make profit. They make profit from price changes, to hedge other investments, even just for the challenge, right? A lot of people have different reasons. Other factors include low entry barriers, high liquidity, availability of the market 24 hours a day. This is the ultimate goal of trading: freedom. Freedom of time, freedom. You can do anything from any part of the world, right? Just with your laptop and your phone, you can access the Forex market anywhere in the world. That is why a lot of people dive in, and this is the only industry that doesn't have any barrier. You can just wake up any day and decide you want to go into the system, but sometimes it takes you a little while to really master what is going on, right? Sometimes it takes you 2 years, 3 years, 4 years for you to finally grab what the market is all about. But yes, these are different factors that make people want to learn Forex. Okay, now Moving on, I told you this video is gonna be very short. So guys, listen. When and where does forex trading happens? When and where does forex trading happens? Forex operates 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's because it's decentralized market, meaning there is no central exchange. There is no central exchange, right? Forex trading section. The forex market moves through global financial centers, which includes the London, the New York, the Tokyo, Sydney, the Asian. These are what makes up the forex market. Okay, now in case you want to specialize in any of this trading section, if you are in London, you use the London section. If you are in New York, you use the New York section. But if you're in countries like Nigeria and other African countries, you can set your time zone or have a separate, time when you like look into the market and, follow the time zone of the New York or the London, right? But the two major section that works best for beginner traders, the London and the New York, because that's where you get the best volume. Asian section, maybe a little bit, but sometimes it doesn't move a lot. Tokyo, Sydney, they hardly move. So yeah, the most volatile market and section for you to trade as a beginner trader is the London and the New York section. Okay, that's where you find most traders worldwide, right? That's the forex trading section. Okay, what moves currency prices? What moves currency prices? A very important question, right? Prices move based on supply and demand, but they are influenced by economic events, interest rates, employment data, inflations, and even politics. That's why traders follow news and the market can move very fast. Guys, this is it, right? The market moves strictly where there is demand and supply. It's just like the law of economics. There is no demand without a supply. Okay, so for this currency to move, there will be a demand for the currency and there have to be a supply. In a situation whereby there is demand and there is no corresponding supply, you have an imbalanced market. Okay, and sometimes traders takes opportunity of this imbalanced market. Okay, so that is what moves the price. That's what moves the currency pair. Okay, sometimes economic news. For you to be a good trader, you need to understand the economic factors of the market, the factors that move the market, like the news and all the major news around the world, CPI that moves the market, unemployment claims, a lot of world news that moves the market. All right, so for you to be able to understand what happens on the chart as a new trader, you need to pay attention to economic data and of course statistics and price action, right? There is economic fundamentals and then there is technicals where you go on the chart using trade views, using every other tools. We'll get into that though. You use other tools that help you assess the market, right, and interpret the data. So moving forward, the basic forex terminologies. A lot of beginner traders find it hard to, interpret the basic terms, they use in this forex market, right? Peep. What is a peep? A peep is the smallest price movement in a pair. The smallest price movement in a pair, usually in decimals, right? A peep. It moves. It ticks. It's just like a timer. It keeps you going how price moves, the speed at which price moves. Okay, the lot size. What is a lot size? It's simply the size of a trade. For instance, you want to buy a Euro USD, you need a lot size. All right, there are different lot size. There are nano lot size, standard lot size, macro lot size, depending on the one that is suitable to the trader. Okay, what is a leverage? A leverage is when you borrow capital to increase your position size. Okay, but it also includes high risk. A lot of pro firms use this leverage method, right? That's where you take a little amount of money and then you get yourself a pro firm. All right, that increase your leverage of the pro firm, right? It makes you trade in bigger amount of capital, building your confidence. Okay, so that's it about that terminology. All right, trade. The difference between the buy and sell price. Very simple, right? And then what is a margin call? Margin, the amount of money you need to open a trade. That is your margin, right? So sometimes when you're trading as a beginner, you have the margin bar. Okay, so that is the bar that gives you your last minute warning before you blow an account. That point, that red margin, right? It blinks each time you are going below your capital. Okay, it's like a warning sign. at that point, whenever you see that, you need to stop. You really need to just stop trading. Okay. The big question is Forex trading for you. Yeah, I get that a lot. A lot of people keep asking, with the risks involved in this industry, I'm not sure I'm going to do this. I'm not sure this market is for me. Am I sure I could do Forex? Look, we're going to answer that question right now. Okay. Advice for beginners. Forex trading can be exciting and potentially rewarding, but it's not a get rich quick. It is not a get rich quick scheme. Forget it. Forget it. If you are in Forex and you're thinking, probably you just want to run it up and just, stack up some money just quickly from the market. I better just tell you the truth. It is not a get rich quick scheme, but it's a get rich eventually. Eventually you're gonna get rich, right? But you have to like pay the price, right? You have to suffer the pain. Yeah. A lot of people don't want to hear that, but yeah, you have to suffer the pain. And which is pretty simple, right? It's more like any other industry, right? Be it the football industry, the politics, any other industry, agriculture, there are years of sowing. You have to be really ready to do this for a long term. Okay? If you're in this for a short term, chances are you might succeed, but yeah, if you think long term, it's gonna be better for you. Okay. And it takes time to learn. It takes, of course, everything in this life that is worth doing, it's worth doing well. It takes a lot of time and practice. Come on, guys. You don't expect to just come and just get it all rosy, right? So you have to start small. Use a demo account. Always manage your risks. The 3 things that are necessary in this market is discipline, risk management, right? Discipline, risk management, and psychology, right? Your mindset as a trader. I want you to know that it's going to take you a little while to be consistently profitable. It's okay. You give it time. The beautiful thing about Forex is you learn more from the failure than when you make profit. Because when you make profit, you are excited. You hardly remember to go back and, check what you did. You're carried away by the profit. But when you make loss, there's this feeling of pain, regrets, that makes you want to come back and know why the trade went against you. And that is when you learn. Okay. So if you're coming to this Forex, forget what you know before. If you're coming to this industry, you have to just open your mind to learn new habits. Okay. Now, in conclusion, if you are curious and committed, Forex might be the right market for you. And that's it. Forex might be the right market for you. And I tell you this for free. Here on this academy, I have a plan. Okay? And the plan is to spread the gospel, right? The plan is to make sure that every beginner find this channel, friendly. Okay? Here you're gonna learn everything you need at the King's Crown Academy. Okay? Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe to this channel, and wait for the next episode. We're going to be running you through everything Forex. All right. It's your boy, the Executioner FX. And thank you for staying tuned to the end. Right. Hit the like button, drop your comment, and then share this video. Okay. Peace out.